So that was a good 5 kilometer run. Thank you, Jatin. Now, I wanted to know how important is cool down, because a lot of times क्या होता है, हम लोग रनिंग करके आते हैं, उसके बाद सीधे चाय पीने बैठ जाते हैं या नाश्ता कर लेते हैं, पराठे खा लेते हैं, we've earned it kind of a thing. So do you think cool down is essential?
I think cool down is very essential. I'm glad you picked up this point that you spend time in doing a lot of other things post the run. तो हमारे एक ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ है जो हमारे रनर्स मिस कर जाते हैं कि अगर उनको रन करना है and if they're short on time, which most of us are, they would rather run more and forget about the stretch part.
Yeah.
And the main problem and the downfall starts from there. So a good cool down, a good stretch, post a good run is essentially preparing you for a good run the day after or for your next workout. If you miss that, trust me, in a long... Yes, soreness is one very important part. So what happens is post a run there is a lot of lactate और आप कभी जब रन करके आते हैं आपको burn feel होता है लेग में मसल्स में. So that's what we call is lactate. तो अगर आप अच्छे से stretch करेंगे, अच्छे से cool down करेंगे, so you reduce all that lactate which is formed in the muscle so that it recovers well, and if you recover well, you are ready for a good workout the next day, and that's what our essential goal is, right? How simple can we put it in? So we're going to look at doing a couple of stretches today. Again, our option is to use a mat on the floor. Sometimes you're on the road and you're not, or you do not have a mat. I'm going to show you a couple of options which you can do while you're standing as well. Okay. So there should not be any excuse for us to miss it.
Good.
Right?
Yeah.
Good. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to just sit down on the mat.
Okay.
Yeah. Just stretch it out.
Okay.
Yeah. So just sit down with both your legs straightened out. Yeah.
Take off your shoes.
Again, I am in total 100% acceptance of she removing her shoes. If you want, you can do that as well, but again make sure you're in a safe environment. You need to also make sure that you cool down you stretch your feet, your widgets, your toes. That's very important. But to start with, what I want you to do is I want you to pull your knee in, sit up tall, take your opposite hand and really pull this knee towards your chest. Yeah? Every time you're stretching it, make sure your back is straight. Feel the stretch on the glute.
Yeah.
Your most essential part. That's your engine for your runs. That's what I want you to really stretch on. Sit up tall, keep on stretching. A good stretch could be anywhere from a 30 second to a 40 seconds. If you have more time, you can do that for a minute as well. You can hold the stretch for a minute. Once you're done, you can switch. You can get into the other leg.
How do we make it more interesting? A lot of time हम लोग stretching नहीं करते because एक run के बाद एक exhilaration होता है. You know, you are so charged up and happy.
Yeah.
Ki this feels very slow and boring.
Yeah. Good thing is running goes well when you're running with your friends, when you're running in a community. And if all your friends sit together and if you spend 5-10 minutes doing that, or
maybe discuss the run.
Do a partner stretch, that works out fine. There are multiple of options which you can choose up. But no point we should be ever missing it. Okay. Now from here, just sit up tall, get your feet in. And now from here, I'm going to just sit up tall again, back straight, just keep your knees going down.
There's some good yoga here.
It is. A lot of our cool down and stretch movements are picked up from yoga. Again, hold on, you can flutter your knees.
Baba Ramdev is going to be happy.
Now the third one, which I'm going to show you, this is my personal favorite. I have a history of picking up injuries in my flexor, so I make sure that I do this stretch every time, no matter what happens. What I want you to do is I want you to get into a lunge position.
Okay.
Yeah. This is again a yoga position, but to keep things simple, I'm just going to show you. Now from here, make sure your knee stays behind your toe, and you just keep pushing that hip forward. Keep pushing that hip forward. Feel that stretch. What's happening here? Again, I'm not looking at hyperarching. Keeping that back straight. Take both your hands up. Stretch up.
Good.
Just keep on. Make sure you're also focusing on your breathing every time when you're stretching. Just don't hold your breath. Focus on big exhales. When you're exhaling well, inhale will happen automatically. Again, hold on for good about 30 to 40 seconds. If you want, you can hold it longer as well. Whatever time permits you, but 30-40 seconds is minimum you're looking at. Once you're done, you're going to switch. Go to the other leg. And keep pushing that hip forward, stretch up. Hold on to that. Once you're done, relax, focus on your breathing. And 10. That feels good. I'm glad. Now from here, the last one, we worked on our limbs. We stretched our flexors. Let's work on our quads. We can do this standing now. A lot of times I would want people to take support. So if you have something close by, just make sure you take support. Grab your ankle or your foot, pull that heel close to your hip. Make sure that knee is close by. Once you're done, switch. Other one.
And this can be done with the support also, right? I can hold on to something for the balance.
I'm looking at more for you to take a support and do this. If you can balance it on your own, great. If you can't, just there's a ledge or a tree or a car where you are in the outdoors, just take some support and stretch. Should be good. Keeping both the hands together. Just let's focus on your upper back.
This is good.
Your shoulders does equal job than what your legs do, so make sure you work on your arms and you stretch out your shoulders. Take your arms up. Just stretch those triceps. Just stretch those triceps. So bend your elbow. So watch me here. If you can just bend your elbow and press it down.
Archer stretch is it called?
Sorry?
Is it called the archer stretch?
We just try to keep it simple and saying just stretch your triceps. That's what I'm looking at.
Does it look like this?
Yeah. Change. Let's do the other hand now. And relax. Just shrug. Give me a big shrug. Loosen out. And that's good enough for us to ease out a good run.
So basically we need to keep about 10 minutes additional before running.
Yep.
5 to 10 minutes at least post running, and of course the running time.
Absolutely. I mean, these are two essential things which you should never miss as a runner or as a upcoming runner for us.
Thank you so much, Jatin,
for
being on my channel. I'm sure people are going to look you up. He also has boot camp yellow, which is basically a couple of boot camps you have, or just
so we've been training strength and conditioning for all the runners all across Gurgaon. So yes, we do multiple locations in Gurgaon. You can look us up. But again, the idea is to focus on good running, coaching and strength and conditioning to all you runners out there.
So if you're in Gurgaon and you're looking for to train, then of course look up Bootcamp Yellow.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So we're done for the day. The next video on the running series would be about how to actually get you going for the first 5 kilometers. In the meanwhile, if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, put them in the comment. I'm going to respond, or I will have Jatin respond to you. So do subscribe. Bye bye.